Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We are back fresh from the starter workshop build and we are moving on to building this tavern. If you guys haven't noticed already, we are pretty much creating a starter village. Hopefully this will give you ideas to do yours. Also, don't forget to leave a like to support this starter building series. This is a world I have been working on for some time now and will be shared on my Patreon page as it gets updated, along with the blueprints. With that said, let's begin. Here are the materials you need. So to do the layout of the tavern, you're going to start off with placing down 6 beams. So right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to grab our 26-degree beam and we're just going to rotate it one tick rotation, going out. And it's going to be 1, 2, and right here it's going to be a little bit different. So you're going to grab your X. It's going to be put an X right here. And you're going to snap your 26-degree beam right inside of it. Then you're going to take that X again. What you're going to do is just rotate this 1, 2. Just correct that. So that's aim here down the bottom. Then you're going to get a 26-degree beam. You're going to snap one right here. That's the edge here to the middle and another at the top. Then you're going to take out the X here and then bring this all the way down into the ground. You're going to do the same thing for over here. You're going to repeat the step over here. Let's do it again. So it's going to rotate this out. 1 tick rotation. Another beam. Then we're going to grab our X. Place that. And then place that halfway. Like that. Take out that X. Let's make sure that this is going to be snap to the top of the X. Rotate this 1, 2. Like that. Grab the 26-degree beam. We're gonna snap this to the center and then snap this to the end of the end here. Take out the X, bring this down and send it all the way into the ground. So you should have something looking like this. What should happen is when you're placing the 45-degree beams here, so you're going to place one, here, another here, another right here, and another right here. This is going to be pretty much the design or you should get once you have this properly snapped in. We'll just fill this out. Do the same thing over here. Great. So next you're going to grab your 26-degree beam and the same right here at the center. So one over here and over here as well. Then you're going to grab your X, snap this over it. Switch to a 26-degree beam. I'm going to make use of the middle snapping point and the end here. Bring this all the way down. Like this. You're pretty much doing the same thing on the other side here. So you can just go ahead. I'm going to finish this off screen and then pick up from there. The next what we're going to do is that we're going to grab our 1 meter beam here and we're just going to place it right to the end here. Grab our 26-degree beam and we're pretty much going to snap it right on top of the 1 meter beam right here. You can take that beam out once you're done. You no longer need it, and just snap the rest like this on top, all the way up. For right here, we're just gonna do the same X trick. Just put the X right here and snap the 26-degree beam over it. Do the same thing on the other side. Pretty much just mirroring what we did, and bring this down Like that. The other thing that you're gonna do is that you're going to switch to a 45-degree beam, and you're going to snap it right here. You should have something like that. So you're gonna do the same thing. Everything that you've done on one side, you're gonna do it on the other side. And once that is done, I'm just gonna add a little bit of detail, here to this beam. You can just manually place this in. So as you can see, you're just gonna eyeball it and just kind of place a beam right there. I'm just gonna go all the way up with it. Let me just kind of start from the top here, so we can push this into the 45-degree beam, hide that, and just bring this down. So you go ahead and just follow the same steps here and do it over here. Okay, so once you have that in place for both sides, the next thing we're gonna do is that we're still holding down on the we're still on the 26-degree beam, and what you're gonna do is that you're going to rotate it two times, and you're gonna connect one right here and another right here. You're gonna connect one here as well, so it's kind of almost in line with this one, but it's slightly off, and then the other right here. So you're just doing it for the front and the back. So you have one right here, you rotate it two times. So if it is in line with this, you rotate 1, 2, and one right here, one here, and one here. Also, I want you to bear in mind when you're placing in some of the beams here, especially like this one, make sure to use the manual snapping points. This is what makes it a lot easier for me to snap these beams in certain areas, especially this 45-degree beam here. I think I forgot to mention that. We'll just go around the back here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, great. So now that we have that in, then for this part here, we're just going to give it more depth. So and have it on manual snapping point to the edge here. I'm just kind of eyeballing it to kind of center to the middle here, so I can snap this one on it with ease, and then just bring this down to the ground. Make sure that go all the way in. So you should see a little bump here when you look at it from the front. So yeah, that's what's supposed to get, and give it a nice little depth here at the top. So you're gonna just do the same thing on the other side. Set the manual snap point to bottom. I'm just gonna eyeball it to center this. Like that, and just bring it all the way down to the ground. And just a bit of a correction here, I might have forgotten to mention about the back part here, where you have to run this beam from this side here, connecting to the other side. Now I want you to also, if you're having problems to put this beam in, it's because of this 26-degree beam in the way. There's this weird thing where, because it's in the way, it can't snap right here. It's yeah, very weird. But anyways, you're going to pretty much connect these. So you can see I'm having the issue here. It's not even connecting to this part. I just have to take this beam out and it should work fine. Once it's connected, then you can put it back in. And what you're going to do is that you're going to also connect this line, carry it all across here. Just do the same thing on this side. So find a snapping point, and it should be good. And you can just put everything back where it's supposed to be. Okay, so once you're done with that, then you're going to grab your 1 meter wood, and you can look right here. We just count one beam, and then the next beam that follows, you're going to place a 1 meter beam right inside of it. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. So this one beam here, and then this next to follow. Place. Let's do the same thing for the back part. and then you're going to switch to 2-meter pole. I'm gonna go 1 2 1 2. I'm gonna do the same thing for the back too. Then you're gonna grab your 1-meter beam again. You're gonna place one to the side here and one front. One to the side and one front. Do the same thing for the back. Side and front. Next, what you're going to do is that you're going to go right here, right at the very top here. You're going to place a 1-meter beam, a 2-meter beam rather. One right here, one right here. So it should have something look like that. Then you're going to switch to your 26-degree beam, rotate it once out, facing out, and pretty much going up the line with this. So pretty much this is here to kind of support the beam here. Actually, let's switch this to a 1-meter beam because that'd be a bit too tall. Just put a 1-meter beam right here. So it's touching and giving it a little bit more support. So switch this to 1-meter beam. Back to 26-degree beam. Rotate once. We're going out. And same here. Like that. And then pretty much you disconnect the beam right to the front and back. You can just do this. Great. Once you have this in, you can just switch to your attached roof, 26-degree beam. And first you can start off with the front here, easier part. Place these in. Then the side, you just rotate it once, snap that in, going all the way up here. Same thing over here. Go into the back. Rotate once. Other side. And then do the middle. And go outside. And there you go. If you don't like some parts here, you can just place let's manually place it. Kind of cover this up. Want to clean it up a bit. But if not, then you can just leave it as is. Like this little flaw here. The next thing we're going to do is that we're going to seal the side walls here and put some little windows. So you're going to grab your regular wall here, just snap it to this pole here, and it's going to set at an angle. So if you notice that it's a little bit going into the angle beam here, you're going to place one on top of it and then place a 26-degree wall on top of that to finish that. So right up here, you're going to follow the line, set the snapping point to bottom so that so you can snap this properly. Rotate this once, like that. There, I'm going to place one right here. This one you're going to rotate once as well to make sure that it's in set like this. Then what you're going to do, grab your upside down or inverted 26-degree beam wall. You're going to snap one right within the wall here, and then you're going to rotate it once, snap one right there as well. And for right up here, you're going to do the same thing. Snap one like that. Also grab your regular wall. You're going to snap that right to the top 26-degree beam here, and bring this down to this point here. Now what you should have like a window looking like this. You're gonna grab your pole here and just get to ridge it up a bit, rotate it, make sure the edge is facing you, and do it like that. You pretty much repeat the same steps over here. So grab your wall and set it at an angle, and then place another wall on top, 26-degree beam wall here. Then right here, rotate it once, then another, set to the bottom snapping point. See it a lot easier for you. Rotate it once, have something like that, switch to the inverted 26-degree wall. One right here and another right here. I'm gonna grab a regular wall again and snap that to the top and kind of bring this down, and grab your 26-degree, rather your pole, this regular pole, to the edge is facing you. Place these in, and this is how it will look. So you're basically gonna repeat the same steps on the other side. Okay, so now for the front and back. So for right here, you're going to make sure that this is in line with the beam here below. So you're gonna place a 26-degree beam right here and one right here. Now it's gonna be different for the back. And we're gonna take a half wall here, and we're just going to snap this right at the top here. 1, 2, 3. For the back here, what you're gonna do is grab the regular wall, and you're going to just place one here and place one right here. For now, we're gonna make some adjustments later on. All right, so once you have this in place, what you're going to do, right here, so it's going to be this beam, and then the next one to follow, you're going to grab your X and you're going to slide the X right into that beam there. So one there and here, grab your 26-degree beam. What you're gonna do, it's going to be, so from the side here, just rotate it once, going towards front. 1, 2. Do the same thing over here. 1, 2. Now we can take the X's out, and what you're gonna do, grab your 26-degree attached roof and snap it right here. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you're going to snap it below with the front beam like this. There we go. So we should have something like this inside here. So we're just gonna grab our 26-degree beam and clean this up. So we're gonna snap one here, one here. I'll bring this all the way down. Let's do the same thing over here. One here, one here. It's all the way down. Okay, so it's time for the fun part. Now we're going to grab our door. Yes, the door. Time for the introduction of this bad boy into this starter series. So what we're gonna do is that we place the door here in this crease here, the snapping point right here, and we're just gonna grab a 1-meter beam, set it to the edge, and we're going to pretty much set it like this. So it's pretty much in that the 1-meter beam is like, you know, going through the middle. It's a 50-50 shared space here from the front and the back here. Then we're gonna take the door. Let's take the door out. We can just place it over here because we're gonna do the same thing over here. Leave that there for the meantime, and just put this in. The next thing that you're going to do is that you're going to grab your 2-meter beam, and what you're going to do is that rotate it so that the edge is facing you, and then you're going to aim right underneath here where this 1-meter beam is showing, and make sure to set it to the top snapping points. Makes it a lot easier for you to snap that pole in. Do the same thing over here, and you pretty much have this. Grab a 2-meter beam here, disconnect the base here, and rotate it one time so that it goes into the build like that. We're just going to connect another beam in there. We'll just do the same thing over here. Rotate one time, connect. We can take these out. Don't need them anymore. We're just place a 1-meter beam, a 2-meter beam underneath these walls here, so it's getting support. All right, so once we have that in place, then we're going to grab our stairs. We're just going to connect one here, one here. And we're just going to take these out. Go over here, we'll grab your 2-meter beam, and we're going to try to place it about here. It's pretty much add in depth. That's what we're doing here. One right here. Then we're going to grab our 1-meter floor. and just wrap this. Wrap it around. I think it's all good now. We'll just get rid of the grass here for a bit. See what we're working with. Might have gone too low. Let's fix that. Alright, there we go. Then for the back here, we're just going to grab our fence. This is perfect for the fence. With the shape of this this window here, we're just going to slide that right in there. For nice and clean, we'll just do the same thing over here. We're gonna do the same thing for this window as well. One over here, here. We do the same thing over here. Great. So our window should look like this. Once we're done. Next, what you're gonna do, grab your 26-degree beam, and you're going to. We're just gonna pretty much add a depth to the front here. I'm gonna set it to the top bottom snapping point here. The reason why I did this so that half of the beam can go into the other beam. So it's just a little bit that, so it's not coming out like without the doing the manual snapping point, which I like it. So it's more subtle. I'd say it's more subtle compared to the other one. Then what we're going to do is that we can just run a beam straight across, which we're going to use just to put down banners basically. So beam here, and it's going to place one right top here. We're basically going to take the front ones out because we can't pass because they're hitting our head. There we go. So you're able to put your banners right here. So let's grab some banners and throw this down. I like that. Now for the back part here, we're just gonna add a bit of detail. So we're just going to follow the line here. Have it out on auto. Just gonna try to snap beam here. Let's do the same thing on this side. Need to grab your 26-degree beam, and you're going to place the two right on top here just to get a nice little X shape here. And what you're going to do as well for this side here, you're going to grab your 2-meter beam, and what you're going to do is that you're going to rotate this. Set this at an angle, hold down on shift key, manual place this in. Just watching this end here, then we're going to snap this in like that. Do the same thing here. Just watch the edge, then snap this in. We have to bring it a little bit further, something like that. Right, and then we're going to set to a manual snapping point, edge 2, so you can push the beam halfway into the ground. So we have that. Then we can snap the other one like that. Let's do the same thing over here. And there we go. For the inside, for the flooring, you start from the front here to snap the 2x2 floor, and just pretty much just style it whichever way you wish to do it. So I'm just doing it to go all the way to this side here, because there's something that we need to do for the sides here. So what you're going to do is that you're going to go outside, grab a 1x1 floor, and you're going to place these at the front here. For right at the end, you're going to rotate it right into, start from here. So we go right into the beam there. So there's one more, and then we rotate this in Then we're going to grab our 2-meter beam, set its manual snapping point to the edge, basically place that right underneath, just nicely tucked in there. Let's kind of set this to the edge. Then we can wrap it around like that. And there we go. So let me kind of take the dirt out so that you can see it clear. So that is how it should look, and you can just go ahead and do the other side. For the inside, now I threw down some flooring here, so you can go ahead and do that. For the left and right side, so right here we're gonna clean this up a bit. So we're just gonna add a 26-degree beam here on top of these ones that are already here. Kind of make this nice looking. One over here too. And underneath here, put an X. Snap on there. Take the X out. Other side. So pretty much make it nice and clean right there. You know, not showing too much what's going on underneath here. So once you have these now in place, now we're going to focus on the counter where we're going to have serve the mead. So we're going to set the wall, half wall like this. You're going to rotate 1, 2 like that. We do the same thing on the other side here. 1, 2. Then you're just going to rotate it once like this, once like this. Have the middle. Then you're going to grab your 1x1 floor. This one here, this one right here. I'm gonna try to squeeze this one in. We'll take this out. Try to eyeball it best as we can. There we go. And then we just kind of wrap this around. Wrap it around counter. So this is pretty much our counter here. So we have space here. We can throw down a table, so we can just throw down one now, just to maybe slant it so that you can get some space. You can squeeze some chairs in. You can place a chair right here, maybe one to the back, or maybe one right here as well. We have space for stools, so we can just grab stools and throw these down right here. It's kind of give you a general idea how to use this space. And we can maybe put down another table over here, so we have a space over here. Now for the back part, now we just need to work out where we're going to put the fire and the chimney to vent out the smoke. So what you're going to do, the back here, you're going to have the beams here, these beams here. So we're going to snap you need a beam right here, one right there. And what you're going to do is that you're going to grab your 2-meter pole, so one right there, one right here, and a 1-meter beam here and one here. The same on the other side. So making sure that the roof that we're going to add have overhang. So we're going to snap roof here and a roof here and one in the middle, and pretty much carrying that through like that. What you're going to do is then you're going to place a 26-degree wall, one right here and one right here. You're going to place a 26-degree beam, place this 26-degree beam out here. So you can take this out, one here, take this out, one here and one here. Next you're gonna do is take out this roof piece. You're going to place a half wall up top. Also, you're going to use a beam here, just kind of clean up the top here, top part, like that. And we're going to place half walls up top here, like so. Now right here, we're going to take these two roof pieces out. And then you're going to grab 1 meter beam, place one over here, one right here, and then you place these back in. So we kind of leave an opening for this smoke to vent out. Next, we're going to grab our inverted 26-degree beam wall. One right here, one right here. Place a regular wall to the back here. The side. And one up top. Place a half wall below here. Nope. Actually, let's take this half wall, make it a full wall, going all the way down like that. Then we're going to add another row. Then what we're going to do, switch to 26-degree beam. Now using these to protect the walls below from rain damage. That is our chimney. Now back here, we're just going to kind of fill this out. Let's grab 2 meter beam, fill this out, get a wall here. This is a back, so it doesn't have to look all that pretty or fancy. This one right here, 26-degree wall on top here, right here as well. And let me fix this, that out. Here we go. Now we want to use this up a bit. Don't want it to look too flat. Let's place a beam here just to kind of give it some depth, and just wrap it around. Now this is optional, so if you're not picky like me, then maybe you can leave it as is, how it was before. Place this in, and kind of just connect the 1 meter beam, just kind of going in, flowing with the line here. So that is pretty much it for the base. Here for the top, we're just gonna run a beam. Let's go straight across like that. And that is it for our back. We're just gonna throw down our campfire, make sure that everything is working fine. I cannot say that this is fireproof. If you have fire hazard on, you may have to tweak this in a way that it doesn't burn the whole building down. But yeah, this is pretty much it. And for those wondering if the fire will be out when rain falling, is because how this is positioned halfway. So this roof piece here is covering this campfire halfway, and doing so will protect it from the rain. If it is that it's going out, there's another thing that I usually do. I usually grab like a 26-degree beam or a 45-degree beam, whichever, and just place it right in the middle of the chimney. So if you place it in the center, the campfire in the center, the beam that is right in the middle here will protect it from the rain, and this gives enough space for this smoke to vent out. That is it. Hope you had fun building this cozy tavern. Want to thank my patrons and YouTube members supporters for keeping the channel going, and thank you for watching. And remember to always aspire to inspire. Peace.